Welcome to Beauty Business. This is Celeste. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about part 3 about starting your mobile salon. So I did want to let you know on Tuesday, so this coming Tuesday, I'm going to be giving a free class. It's 29 minutes of very impactful information. So if you're looking for free education in regards to starting your own mobile business, you can go ahead and sign up at celestestylist.com, and you'll see there that there is a button that says a real sweet summit, and that is where you can get your free ticket. You do not have to pay for anything. You get the replay if you're not able to watch it live for 24 hours, or you can upgrade to the all access pass. But I did want to put that out there for you, so let's get to it. So today in part 3, I really wanted to talk about what are going to be your set of wheels and being innovative in your business. The importance in when you start your mobile business that this is not a journey of one size fits all. It's an independent and a personal journey. And today I'm going to be sharing some examples that are really going to be helping you depending on what part of the journey you're in. So let's do that. And I did want to let you know tomorrow I will be releasing an episodio en español. So I'm going to do my Spanish episode on this because it's important to service also my Spanish Latina community. So our journey is going to be individual, just like your business success is individual, right? What you see as success is probably different than what I see it. And that's the beauty of us being independently in business for ourselves. So I wanted to do this episode on choose your set of wheels because each set of wheels comes differently. So let me go a little more in depth into this. If you don't follow me at Celeste Stylist, I did a reel and it was showing this little travel carry-on suitcase. Like it's an actual tiny little, like not the big size ones, like this tiny cute little thing. I have used it to travel before, and that's how I started my mobile business, was with a little carry-on travel suitcase. It happened when my first month I was renting, and I had no clientele, so I was like, what do I need to do to pay rent, right? Have you ever been in those shoes in the beginning? And there was this opportunity. I went to a resort. I said I charged $70 for a blowout. I got the gig, and that's how I started doing my mobile business. And I wanted to share that with you because this is not about me. I'm sharing parts of my story because I think it's so important to understand that we all start somewhere, and I've been there too. And if I give all this information, which is super valuable and I should be charging for this, but I don't, it's truly because I had nobody to help me. And also because I believe in our industry, we are so innovative and creative. There is thousands of millions of ideas out there. And maybe you have even a different idea, your own spin-off of what you want to do it. Start with what you have. And that's what this episode is going to be today about. I didn't wake up one day and have the mobile salon I have today and have the second unit I'm about to start renovating. It was a process. And I think it's so important that I be transparent and share that with you too, because sometimes we can feel discouraged, right? We see everybody, or we see the big shiny object, or we see like the end goal. And we're like, man, but I'm like in the step 1. How am I going to get into that huge step? And it's really by taking action. And today I'm going to be sharing some of the stories that I've been getting through my DMs. I'm not going to be releasing names or anything like that for privacy. But I did want to share some of the stories that I've been so fortunate for you, amazing people like you, that are following me and listening to me on the podcast and through the guides and freebies that I also give. That has been so helpful for you, and I'm so happy because that is my intention. My intention is to help you in starting your journey. So I had a DM where somebody had wanted to do this, and she felt really motivated to after reading my story of my whole process. But she is currently working and saving money to get an RV. And I thought it was so beautiful because that was a great example of start with your end goal in mind. She knows she wants to have a mobile salon. She wants to have it with an RV. So that's what she's going to do. And she's working and saving money towards that goal. And I just thought it was beautiful that she shared that with me, and that she is decided to take action in her own journey through that way. Then the other one was that, so she had already had her mobile unit. She has some life situations happen, some really hard, unfortunate things. And she just found me on Pinterest of all places and got remotivated. And, she's going to start her journey again. I've had others that, from other states that want to do the process, not sure how to look into it or find out for them. So they pay me, as their coach, and I find out information and guide them through the process to see what they need to do and what's the best fit for them, for their journey. And I'm sharing all this stuff because each journey is different. So choose your own set of wheels. So let's get to it. I live in California, and here this year has become a little bit more, the guidelines are easier, okay? But in choosing your own set of wheels, I need you to be really in the driver's seat, to be willing to do what it takes to make it happen. And in choosing your own set of wheels, you don't have to do the same thing as me. Like maybe you want to do something different. Like there is vans. I saw somebody who's doing the delivery truck. There is a bus. There is ambulance. Yeah, like an ambulance. I know. Sounds crazy, right? No, they've used ambulances. They've used vintage vehicles. They use vintage campers like I have. It depends. It's, newer ones. You can choose your own set of vehicles. But for me, I think it's so important. Look at your budget. Start with your budget in mind when you're choosing your set of wheels. That first and foremost, I would never encourage anybody to go into debt. I just, one of the beautiful things I've been learning this past 6 weeks, I've been in this program with the Small Business Administration to get a grant, and also about starting a new business and financing and marketing and all those things. And it has really opened, even though I'm so knowledgeable and I have my coaches and everything, it has opened up my mind even more of how important it is to really, I think it's bootstrapping, which is pretty much just utilizing with your own income, with your own money that you have, to start off your business. And that's how I did with mine. And so, I would never encourage that. So there are ways that you can be creative and savvy to, invest less to be able to start your business. I started mine with under $10,000. And, it was the best decision I've made. And as I'm starting my second unit, I didn't spend that much money buying it. And it's pretty much a lot of the hard work has been done, which is awesome. It leaves me just to do the finished work. And I have an end goal in mind of doing it with under $6,000. My ultimate goal is under $5,000. I don't know if I'm pushing it, but we're going to try. So, I just think it's so important, and you do things. Another hot tip for you is that do it little by little. If you don't follow me on social, I'm just sharing this because, it's hot tips day, it's podcast time. I do things little by little. Why? So why is it important that you do things little by little? Why should you listen to me on this part? Because you want to start generating income. I know that, there's so many other things I want to do to my current mobile salon. And I'm doing it little by little. It's more important that I get my clients in, right? I'm about to open up my books pretty soon to get my new clients and, start the business going again. But I needed a little cash injection, right? So I started taking in my clients, and as I get my money in, and I allocate it how I'm supposed to for everything, I am able to invest again into the business by buying certain things that I want, right? Like today, I went on a run to IKEA and I bought certain things that I wanted for the salon space that were important to me and to my clients. So little by little, and I think it's so important, and I'm being transparent in that we don't have to have it all figured out. It's more important to get your business going, figure it out as you go, and you're able to innovate even more. And one of the beautiful things about doing things slowly over time is that your clients love that. I don't know about your clients, but let me know. But my clients love to, like, oh my gosh, like you changed that, or like, oh my gosh, that wasn't there. I love that piece. Well, that's what she said. One of them said this weekend. And it's just so much fun. Like, I am the type of personality where even in my own home, I love doing little changes here and there just to keep everything fresh. And it doesn't have to be expensive. You can be creative also in the sense that make sure that you consider also other things that you may not be expecting in your budget, right? So let me share this part with you. So when I got my mobile first done, one of the parts wasn't done by a professional, and there was a water leak, and I had to call an actual plumber to come fix that. And why am I sharing this? Because I was so happy. I had extra money in my budget saved aside for emergencies or unexpected things, right? And I think it's so important that when you start with your budget on choosing your set of wheels, you also have like an emergency budget allocated for things like this, for little like hiccups that may come around the road that you may need to repair or fix. And that's something I wanted to share with you today. And just remember that this is a commitment. Did you know that it takes 5 years for a business to take off? That's according to the Small Business Administration. And seeing everything as I'm about to hit my 5 years in business soon, I think it's really, really true about that. See, because I started business, like I got licensed in 17, and I went on my own in 2018. So 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, so next year is going to be 5 years. And my career took off very fast, but my business took a little bit longer than my career. And, it has been a real journey of innovating, a real journey of experimenting and evolving with all the constant changes. And that is the beautiful thing about this, is that you get to choose your vehicle and choose your business under your own terms. So just remember on all that to also always consider, to end this episode, consider your clientele and make them a part of the process. This is one of the things that I talk about in the class that I'm going to be giving on Tuesday. It's going to be about the importance of your clientele. Ask them, like, do they like having big spaces or a small space? How do they feel about coming to you or you coming to them? Like what kind of services are they really looking into? Is it convenient? Do they love having instead a bigger space where you share with other, hairstylists? Do they like the buzz and the magic of being in a salon with a whole bunch of other stylists and other people? Like, it's really important that you consider your clientele for your business. And, if you're going to be losing some when you decide to transition into a mobile business, that you're also are ready for that. And so you may be asking, like, how can you be ready for that? Well, for example, you could have like a wait list, or you can start talking about it. I know for me, it was a big thing and a gamble, as I shared my whole process of going through the whole process again to getting my license and stuff for the mobile salon this year. But I think it was so beautiful to be transparent, to share the hiccups, and just be able to be real time and also have my clients a part of the experience, the ones that were waiting for me and ready for me to start working on them right away as soon as it was up and running. So I really hope this episode was really helpful for you in regards to choosing your set of wheels and some things to consider in regards to your budget. And I know I said I was going to end this episode, but I did want to add one hot tip on here too. Today we're like full of hot tips, but it's just coming out. So look and double check, okay? So pay attention. If you're a little sidetracked, you don't want to listen to this one. If you're at the end of this episode, you're getting some gold little nugget right now. Double check with your county, okay, and your city business department to see if there are grants out there. There's a lot of grants that people have not been taking advantage of as small business owners, okay? And that can also help you in your new venture of starting your mobile business, okay? So double check with them. They are knowledgeable, and if they don't know the answer, they'll find out for you, or they would guide you to who to contact. So look into that. I always love grants. I'm like, it's free money. Yeah, it requires a little bit of paperwork, or like for me right now, so I'm working on another grant for my other business. It required some time for me to go into the classes and everything that were virtually and answer some questions and do some paperwork. But I think it has been a really good learning experience for me. And it's going to help me so much more to be able to evolve my other business on Celeste Stylist, and also help evolve other students and other people that I work with, which is really important to me. So look for that free money. Find out if there's grants out there that you qualify for your business. I love grants. You don't have to pay them back. Always look into that. Double check with your CPA or double check with your attorney. I'm neither one of those, but I did want to let you know about that because I see sometimes, because I have friends in the industry as well. And sometimes we're like, well, I shouldn't get grant money or shouldn't try to look for grant money because maybe somebody else needs it. But sometimes they're struggling, or they would benefit from an additional cash injection in their business. And I always say this, it's so important that in business, we have to put our ego aside. Even though sometimes, I'm still Celeste, a human, and I still need to be able to, hey, if my business requires me to sweep the floor, to wash clothes, to wash the robes and the towels that people use, to wash my implements with soap and water, and then afterwards, dry them, disinfect them again, and dry them again for, one-time use. For my clients, there's things I still need to do for my business that don't have, that require me to push my ego aside. I still need to go network. There's a lot of things that I always have to put my ego aside to be able to get things done. And hey, if there's free grant money, or if you need to ask a question to somebody like your business department, in your county or city, to see if there's free money out there for you, why not have it? Somebody needs to utilize it. And if you need it and it can help you in your business, even better for you. So with that, I hope this episode was super helpful for you. So much love. Remember to get started with what you have and choose the best vehicle for you and your business. Until next week, bye, love.